Some of the day's other news. The husband of the Labour MP, Jo Cox, who was attacked and killed in her constituency last week, has given his first interview, saying he believes she died for her political views. Brendon Cox said his wife had been worried about the tone of the political debate in the UK and feared that it was sowing hatred and division. He's been speaking to our political editor, Laura Kuenssberg.
It's been incredible. We never would have... Obviously, we never anticipated anything like this, but then the public reaction has been off the scale. And the two things that I've been very focused on is how do we support and protect the children, and how do we make sure that something good comes out of this. And what the public support and outpouring of love around this does is it also helps the children see that what they're feeling other people are feeling, that the grief that they feel isn't abnormal, that they feel it more acutely and more painfully and more personally, but that actually their mother was someone who was loved by lots of people, and that therefore it's okay to be upset and it's okay for them to cry and to be sad about it. And the reason I wanted to speak today was just to thank the public who have been incredible in response to this.
What will you tell your children about her as they grow up?
I think that one of the things from what's happened in terms of the public reaction is that she's being seen as a symbol for something that's much bigger, a sense of creating more compassion and more love in the world. And the thing that I don't want to lose is that she was also their mum. So I want to protect the personal memory as well as the more political memory and the symbolism that she's taken on.
Was she worried about our current political culture, do you think?
Yeah, very worried. And from left and right. I think she was very worried that the language was coarsening, that people were being driven to take more extreme positions. I think she worried that we were entering an age that we haven't seen maybe since the 1930s of people feeling insecure for lots of different reasons, for economic reasons or security reasons, and then populist politicians, whether that's Trump in the US or whoever else, exploiting that and driving communities to hate each other.
And this of course has happened at a time when Britain is engaged in a big national conversation about our place in the world and our place in Europe. We know that she was clearly for staying in the European Union, but what did she make of how the conversation's being conducted?
I think, as everybody knows, that Jo was a passionate pro-European, and she worried about the tone of the debate around this. Not that it's not a legitimate debate to have, and that there aren't completely legitimate views on both sides of the debate, but more about the tone of whipping up fears and whipping up hatred.
Do you worry now about people using her in the political debate?
She was a politician and she had very strong political views, and I believe she was killed because of those views. I think she died because of them, and she would want to stand up for those in death as much as she did in life.
And what will you remember?
I'll remember somebody who had an incredible energy, a joy about living life, somebody who would have no regrets about how she lived her life. So I remember so much about her, but most of all, I will just remember that she met the world with love, and both a love for her children, love in her family, but also love for people that she didn't know. She just approached things with a spirit. She wasn't perfect at all, but she just wanted to make the world a better place and to contribute, and we love her very much.
That was Brendon Cox speaking to our political editor, Laura